Yes, we are using human hair to save the Yarra River. We are taking our waste product and we are taking it further. We understand there is a high demand on our resources because of our rapid population growth. We understand that to upgrade any existing stormwater infrastructure is too expensive. And we understand, because of this, we have neglected the health of our Yarra. The way we approach this task of closing this loop of stormwater benefits us, the environment, and our hip pocket. It is simple. Reuse, reduce, recycle. The future of our city is prosperous, and we want to knock down the walls to get there quicker. Our goal is not to improve what has been done before, but to totally innovate it.
I want to tell you a story. It's a true story about a young engineer who came up with an amazing way to filter water before it entered our riverways. It involved using human hair. And he developed a water filtration system that was so innovative, so unspeakably cutting edge, that his employer, who was based right here in Melbourne, never allowed him to test it. Undeterred, he took the technology back to his native India, where it is now in use across industrial facilities and urban centres in many parts of the country. By all reports, today he is a millionaire. This afternoon, I want to change the way and challenge the way you think about hair. No longer should you think of it as a waste product, but rather a wonder product. Melbourne will need more houses to accommodate its growing population, creating more stormwater and hair waste in the process. We are proposing a closed-loop stormwater treatment system to save the Yarra River. Our system will work by directing stormwater from the streets into purpose-built wetlands. From here, the water will head into an underground treatment facility. Now, this is where the magic happens. Up to 300 kilolitres of water per day will be passing through filtration pods that are packed tightly with human hair, and then into an underground storage tank for future beneficial uses. Experiments show that human hair can effectively absorb a number of heavy metals, hydrocarbons, and organic pollutants that are currently destroying our Yarra. For those interested, these include cadmium, silver, nickel, chromium, mercury, cobalt, copper, oil, iron, and formaldehyde. Imagine all of these nasties not entering our Yarra. Now you're probably thinking, what will happen to the contaminated hair? Well, we'll employ a UK technology to entomb the hair in a composite resin to create durable, moulded products. We propose making benches, bins and play equipment to serve the future needs of our growing suburbs.
As a pavement engineer, water is our enemy. Since Roman engineers first built roads, we have been fighting to keep water out of our roads. Conventional thinking believes that water weakens the road and creates potholes. However, for urban designers, roads and impermeable surfaces are their enemy. So for us, water isn't going away. It's time to stop fighting it. What if we started to use our roads and road space to store, absorb, and filter stormwater? The hair filtration unit has a limited capacity, so it's important that the quantity of stormwater is reduced before it reaches the filtration stage. Porous roads will do this. As you can see, traditional asphalt and traditional roads are impermeable and direct runoff straight into drains. Porous asphalt, however, allows the water to filter directly through the asphalt and absorb into the natural ground below. This reduces the total amount of runoff flowing through stormwater drains and into the Yarra. The structure of porous asphalt is very similar to a bucket of popcorn. It lacks the fine particles of normal asphalt, leaving air voids that allow water to filter through it and absorb into the ground below it. The water travels into an underlying gravel base and then into the natural ground. Before being excess water is then directed into the hair filtration system. As water travels through the road and the gravel base, many of the harmful pollutants are filtered out. The best bit about porous asphalt and porous roads is that it uses the same manufacturing and construction techniques that we already use today.
Right, so to put our hairy solution in context, we've used Fisherman's Bend as a case study. So this urban renewal project is located next to the Yarra River and is expected to generate at least 40,000 new jobs and 80,000 new residents by the year 2050. So that's a lot of mouths to feed. So now most people in the room wouldn't typically think of hair and food as a good combination, but we're here to change that paradigm. So we want to think of it as a shift which allows us to grow unique opportunities for a new wave of urban farmers. In our closed-loop solution, stormwater collected by porous roads and treated with human hair can be recycled to support a number of beneficial uses, all leading to a greener and healthier city. The first of these beneficial uses involves the greening of office buildings. With 40,000 new jobs in the area, stormwater can be recycled within commercial areas for non-potable uses like toilet flushing. It can also be used to construct green walls and roofs to create more amenable working environments and reduce the urban heat island effect. Secondly, the treated stormwater can be recycled to establish an urban orchard. Imagine a street lined not with Melbourne's typical elm trees, but instead with fruit-bearing trees. Pomegranates, lemons, or even apples. All can provide an urban food source to help feed 80,000 new residents, whilst also benefiting local fauna. Thirdly, we propose that remaining recycled stormwater is made available for the development of community-owned market gardens. Local residents, business owners, or budding urban farmers can lease garden plots and sell their produce via the nearby South Melbourne Market Precinct.
We can be sure that hair holds the key to improving our city and community. There are over 200 hairdressers located within Melbourne CBD and the immediate surrounding suburbs. With the average individual growing approximately 6 inches of hair per year, this provides plenty of opportunity to obtain hair whilst also reducing hairdressers' trade waste costs for removal. The most attractive part of recycling hair to filter stormwater are the cost benefits to our community and our hip pocket. The main opportunities are reduced capital costs of upgrading existing infrastructure, reduced costs to rehabilitate the Yarra River, increased connection of Melburnians to their food source, reduced reliance on water drinking supplies, and reduced costs of trade waste removal. These projects will be funded by the developer, whilst the operational expenses will be covered by the body corporate for the closed loop precinct. Today we are accountable for the Melbourne of tomorrow. The Melbourne 7.7 million people will call home from 2050. Like we said at the beginning, it's simple. Reuse, reduce and recycle. The future of our city is prosperous, and this innovation can help us, gets us closer to this goal of not only closing the loop, but also saving our beloved Yarra River. Thank you.